Welcome to my American History Notes, where I discuss conclusions I've drawn from studying American history. Conclusions you might not agree with, you might even be offended by them. But I hope that you'll study American history and have your own conclusions and interpretations of what you've read and studied. And if you're of a mind, you could subscribe to my channel and just follow me here. And we'll begin. We're still in Jimmy Carter's administration. So, but of the legislation that Carter was able to get his Congress to go along with, there was a deregulation of airlines, trucking, and railroad industries. He obtained a cut in income taxes for low income families, but double digit inflation made those cuts an illusion. Due to inflation, the ranks of the unemployed swelled well above 7 million by 1979. Congress would not accept his plan for dealing with energy, which included a 50-cent tax per gallon on gas to lower consumption, a windfall profits tax to punish oil companies, and the development of synthetic fuels. He tried to use his executive order to put a tax on imported oil, which would have resulted in a surcharge of 10 cents per gallon to consumers. He did manage to get some energy legislation passed, but fought Congress over military appropriations and vetoed the entire bill for such efforts in 1978 over an aircraft carrier Congress wanted to add to the bill. He approved plans in 1979 for the new MX missile system to be placed in 2,000 miles of underground tunnels. He revived the selective service system, although the draft had been ended in 1973, so that young men could be called up in time of national emergency, but was unable to get his wish of having young women register. He also managed to double the size of the national park system, adding 104 million acres in Alaska to government control. And finally, he established a super fund to clean up toxic waste within the country. In foreign affairs, he established a policy of trying to push other countries to acknowledge basic human rights. Military regimes in Argentina, Brazil, and Uruguay refused US aid because of his criticism. Relations between the Soviet Union and the US were also, by this denunciation of tyrannical uh, and oppressive governments, damaged. While some public shows that pretending to be concerned with basic human rights were displayed by totalitarian countries as a response to the first American president who publicly proclaimed to be a born again Christian, little was actually accomplished. And even our allies, like Helmut Kohl in Germany, lambasted the president for making foreign policy from, quote, the pulpit. So we're going to continue talking about Carter next. Very important things with communist China, stuff like that. Um, so thank you for watching, and I hope that you'll study American history, come to your own conclusions, and it's fascinating. It's very, very interesting, I think. Thank you.